Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's No Bull Beer Reviews. Today I have another beer from Fonta, Flora Brewing Company out of Morganton, North Carolina. This is another one of their cans. It's called Beets, Rhymes, and Life. The reason I have this big, giant Duvel glass is because I wanted to really show on camera how crazy this beer looks because there's beets in it. It's just like a deep purple. It's a band name, by the way. So yeah, you can probably tell by the fact that it says Beets and it has a beet on the label there. But it is a Saison, like a clean Saison with beets. It is 5.2 ABV. I have had this before. I've had it twice. This is the first time they've packaged it since I've been in North Carolina. So I was excited to be able to get a can to do a review of. I haven't had this batch. I had the prior one, which to me was was pretty similar to a lot of their clean Saisons, with not necessarily a lot of beet flavor, but it was still a tasty beer. The one I had before that, which I think was a vintage, like from 2016 or something, it was even a little bit too crazy and wild for me. And when I say wild, I don't mean like a sour beer, but just odd. It tasted like drinking dirt. Like that's how earthy the beets were. It was just crazy. I never had a beer like that. It literally was like drinking dirt. It was very odd. So I'm curious how this one's gonna be. Maybe it's somewhere in between, which would be cool. I don't know. We'll see. But figured I'd give it another shot. Let's see what we got. Okay, so I was wrong about what this looked like, just a little bit. I thought I remembered it being like purple, but it's more like a dark pink. It's almost purple with a pinkish head, but it is a really nice color. And to me, it looks a lot like those super juice bomb kettle sours. Really like the raspberry ones and stuff. But let's see what we got. So the aroma, it's somewhat similar to their other clean IPAs. It does have a little bit of an estery character. Some nice pale grain to it. And just like the general overall earthiness of what a lot of Fonta beers have. There's something else in it that I can't. I'm not trying to say that it's a Beets because I don't. If I didn't know that that's what this was, I don't think I would pick it out as that. So I'm not going to say that that's what it is. But I'm gonna take a sip and we'll see. Man, that is really good. So it is similar to a lot of their other clean Saisons. I'm sure the base of this is similar to those. Somewhat like the fruit beers that they're doing, which are basically like a Saison base with fruit. I'm guessing this is kind of the same. It does have that slight estery, yeasty character. There is a nice, like, earthy, weedy grain to it. And then it's almost like it's like fragrant, not in the aroma, but in the taste, if that makes any sense. It's a little bit like potpourri-like, or floral maybe, if that makes sense. But it's not super strong. It just gives it this unique taste that honestly I don't know that I've ever tasted in a beer before. It's definitely a little more off the wall than the last batch I had. It's definitely not the first batch. It's not like straight dirt. But it kind of does have like, I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like the aroma you get from walking into like a garden center. Where it's just kind of like all this earthy, leafy aroma. Like that's kind of what's in the taste. Very interesting stuff. And you know, something like this it's definitely not an everyday, all the time drinker. Even though it is like really balanced and crushable. It is just it's a little off the wall where I don't think I want to drink this all the time. Excuse me. But that said, I would buy this again just to revisit it because it is pretty unique and to me it's a once in a while thing. When I say buy, it doesn't mean I would buy it all the time. It just means there's a reason for me to buy it again, not just like, oh, well, there's a better substitute I can get, and that's not the case with this. I've never really had anything quite like it. It is pretty unique, and I know there's a lot of people here locally who really dig this, and I understand why. Maybe there's something in the beets that they're different than fruit, where they vary in flavor a lot. But each iteration I've had of this has been significantly different, which is even more of a reason why I would want to buy this again. I know it sounds weird, but it is a really, really tasty beer, and it's unique, and it's something that looks beautiful in the glass. So, you know, if you open it up somewhere with non-beer people or even with beer people, everyone's gonna ask, like, what is that? So, yeah, that's my thought on this one. I would buy this again. I think it was like $14 a 4-pack, so, you know, pretty reasonable price, like $3.50 a can. So I would definitely buy it again. But that's all I got in this guy. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.